Everybody, Scott Luton with Supply Chain Now here at the 41st Annual AME International Conference in beautiful St. Louis. I'm joined by the one and only Cindy Hines. Cindy, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Scott?
I'm wonderful. I've enjoyed our pre-show conversation. I can't wait to dive more in with you here today. But I'm going to ask you, we were talking about, of course, St. Louis is known for lots of things. The Arch,
Yep.
which I think you made a pass by earlier.
Quick visit. Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So we're recording this in the midst of government shutdown, so it shuts down national parks, right?
Yep. It was closed, but doesn't stop you from walking underneath it and around it. You just can't go up in it.
And it is mesmerizing. And then secondly, I always love when I hit new cities, I love talking food, right? I could talk about food all day long.
Yep.
Y'all found a great restaurant here in St. Louis. Tell me about it.
We did. Esca. It was phenomenal. Very char-grilled, very fresh, interesting combinations of flavors.
Okay.
Roasted artichokes. I mean, just lovely.
Okay. I am starving now. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right, so let's get to business. So Cindy, you serve as Global Director, Enterprise Excellence with a long-standing successful company called A.O. Smith.
Correct.
I'm going to ask you about your role in the organization in just a second, but when I say a company goes back a ways, 150 years?
151 this year. We celebrated our 150th anniversary last year. Milwaukee has been our headquarters for that 150 years. Started out making bicycle frames and baby buggies.
Okay.
And have evolved over the course of those 150 years, which is why our tagline is innovation has a name. We've innovated around our business model and what we serve, went all the way through car frames for Henry Ford, and then figured out how to fuse glass with steel. So, and large diameter welding, and that got us in the water heating business. And so now we're really a water technology company, water heaters, water filtration systems, large commercial boilers, that kind of thing.
That is it's so interesting. And I think to study long-running, long-standing, successful organizations and how they evolve and transform, that's fascinating to me. And it sounds like you all continue that transformation at A.O. Smith.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about your role at A.O. Smith. Tell us about it.
So I'm the Global Director of Enterprise Excellence, and what that really means is I am architecting our continuous improvement culture, how we help business leaders understand the power of continuous improvement thinking from the front line all the way up to the C-suite.
The power, the superpower.
Absolutely.
I love that, of lean thinking. Folks, don't buy into the fake news that lean is not good, that some pockets have been shouting since the pandemic. Lean thinking certainly is very powerful. And as you kind of, perfect segue, because you're implementing the framework for A.O. Smith, as you just mentioned, to become more of a lean thinking organization.
Correct.
So two-part question. When folks hear lean thinking, if they're not lean practitioners, if you'd share what that means, and why is this going to be such a big-time, meaningful differentiator for the company?
Yeah, sure. So when you hear the term lean thinking, what you should really hear is harnessing the power of problem solving, the creativity of every person to solve the problems within their space. And that's really where the fun part comes, right? So it's not just, engineers coming in and fixing something that's wrong on a line. It is every person doing the work saying, hey, this isn't working. We can't make that standard. How do we get this fixed? And then working as a team to solve those problems.
All right, so Cindy, your last response is a perfect segue. So I got a two-part question for you. Lean thinking. You're implementing a framework for A.O. Smith that will continue to make them a lean thinking superpower. So for folks out there that may be new, they're not lean practitioners, maybe newer to lean thinking, define what that means. And secondly, for the great work you're doing at A.O. Smith, why is this going to be such a powerful differentiator?
Yeah. So lean thinking really is at its core solving problems, right? And we're all human natural problem solvers. So how do we harness the power of that capability for every person in the organization, whether it's the front line or the strategy level, right? So what we are doing, that framework allows everyone to understand what the standard is and what problem needs to be solved when there's a deviation from that standard. So it's not just engineers swooping in and one or two people who are doing high impact work. It's everybody doing high impact work because we're solving the problems within our space. So whether that is a frontline deviation from the standard work that someone does on an assembly line, to how our processes are running, and policies that impact the processes. So we're working at multiple levels with that same type of continuous improvement mindset, that same type of, if there's a problem, we can go in and we've got skills at multiple levels to be able to solve that.
I love that. And when you started your last part there, if there's a problem, my brain went straight to Vanilla Ice. It's the Gen Xer in me. But kidding aside, I love some of the elements of what you shared there, including you bring everybody together. Everyone in the organization has a role to play in innovation and continuous improvement and growth. And as you started, problem solving. And that powerful alignment can move mountains and then some. So I don't want to answer your question, but it's obvious that the differentiator this is going to be for A.O. Smith. What would you add? Why does this mean so much to you?
Yeah, so what I would add is I think often we can get caught up in headcount reductions or cuts or whatever, but what we're really talking about is, as a business, what is our strategy for growth? What is our strategy for moving the ball down the field and being around another 150 years? When we take that into account and say, okay, how do we all, one, understand what the goal is, and then two, create transparency and visibility of progress towards that goal, then people now understand the part they play in the organization in moving us all forward together. So we often talk about when we work together, we win together.
That's right.
And so that's what this whole system creates, is everyone has an opportunity to contribute to being around that extra 150 years, that another 150 years.
Cindy, I love it. I look forward to the next 150 years. And I'll just argue, let's see if you agree with me here. Lean is getting a bad rap, as we were saying earlier. Lots of things are mistakenly being blamed on lean for some things we're seeing. But I would argue that the strongest, most lean thinking organizations are typically those that are hiring people and launching new products.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shifting gears, there's so much we could talk about. Cindy, we're going to have you back. You led a great back to the basics session with AME a few months ago that I heard good things about. What were a couple of key proven points and concepts you shared that you hope folks, if they forget everything else, you hope they'll dial in on those things?
Yeah, so I think there was two key points that I wanted people to really take away. One of those is every single tool in our toolbox as lean practitioners is designed to surface and solve problems. Every single one. People often get caught up in 5S as a cleaning thing, and it so is not. 5S is a tool to improve safety. It's to see a deviation from standard so that we can solve that problem and get back to standard and improve how often we can make that product and the quality of the product that we make. So even the simplest tools in our toolbox are designed to surface problems so we can solve them. So that's one of the big takeaways there.
I like it.
The second is the role of a team leader as a critical piece of this whole puzzle. So your team members are your frontline problem surfacers. They've got to be the ones that say, this is not working right, I need help, this is the problem. That team leader is critical to moving the ball forward. So they are your frontline problem solvers. They are the ones that jump in, restore flow, ensure quality exists, and ensure that we have the people doing the jobs that they're skilled to do. So without that role and the right ratio of leader to led, your system begins to fall apart.
And by the way, that's not a good thing. So,
no.
Two quick thoughts before I make sure folks know to connect with you. Number one, I tell you, you're quite the ambassador for the Tennessee Tech
Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles. I thought I had it. And you're telling me something earlier. They are an engineering factory.
Correct.
Oh my gosh. So folks, check out Tennessee Tech.
It's a great school.
And then secondly, you've mentioned Frontline a couple times in our chat here. I'll tell you what, I think we can all celebrate the incredible talent and just how critical they are to everything that goes on.
Absolutely.
They are the experts of the process, right? And I love how Cindy makes sure that they're part of the movement for continuous improvement, growth, and continued innovation. It's really exciting, Cindy. So let's do this. how can folks track down the one and only Cindy Hines if they want to talk about anything here with you that we've covered,
Yep.
or a lot more?
Best place to find me is on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just that easy.
Just that easy. Cindy Hines at A.O. Smith. Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. Okay. Folks, make sure you connect, follow Cindy on LinkedIn, check out what A.O. Smith Company is doing as well, and stick around as we continue our coverage of the 41st Annual AME International Conference with rock and roll stars just like Cindy right here.